Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today as we explore how to list and form anatomy for configuring applications for collaboration. Today's presentation will guide you through the key concepts and best practices to set up collaborative applications effectively. We'll cover the essential steps and tips to make your collaboration tools work seamlessly. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at the structure of the ServiceNow UI, focusing on lists and forms. These are fundamental to how users interact with the platform daily. When we talk about lists, we're referring to the way data is displayed in a tabular format, making it easy to scan, filter, and manage large volumes of information. Forms, on the other hand, are used to view and edit individual records, providing a detailed view of specific data points. Understanding the anatomy of these components is crucial because it helps us navigate the platform more efficiently. We'll explore the core platform components that are used every day, such as the layout of lists and forms, and how they fit into the overall platform architecture. By the end of this section, you'll have a clear view of how lists and forms are structured, which will enhance your ability to customize and use ServiceNow effectively in your daily operations. This understanding is key to mastering the platform and improving your workflow. Now, let's take a look at the list view overview. What is list view? Essentially, it's a way to display multiple records in a clear and organized manner. You can see data arranged in rows, which makes it easy to scan through large amounts of information quickly. The data is shown in a table format, giving it structure and readability. One of the key features is that it supports sorting and filtering, so you can easily find what you're looking for or organize data according to specific criteria. For example, you might use list view for bulk operations, like managing incident reports or user accounts. Overall, list view is a powerful tool for handling and managing data efficiently within the system. Let's take a closer look at the anatomy of a list. On top, you'll see the list header, which typically contains controls like sorting and other actions. Just below that are the column headers, which tell us what each field or data point represents. The main part of the list consists of individual rows, each representing a specific record or item. To refine what we see, we have filters and breadcrumbs, allowing us to narrow down or navigate through the data easily. And finally, there's the context menu options. These provide additional actions or settings related to the list or specific items. Understanding these components helps us make the most of list interfaces, making data management more intuitive and efficient. Now, let's take a closer look at the top controls in the list view. First up, we have the search bar. This is your quick way to find specific records without scrolling through everything. It's all about saving time and making your workflow more efficient. Next, we see the filter navigator for conditions. This tool allows you to set filters easily, helping you narrow down your results based on various criteria. It's especially useful when dealing with large datasets. Moving on, there's the New button, which is straightforward. Clicking this creates a new record instantly, streamlining the data entry process. Now, let's talk about breadcrumbs. These show you the filters you've applied so far, giving you a clear trail of your search path. It's helpful for understanding exactly what conditions are currently active. Then, there's the View selector, which lets you switch between different views or layouts. This customization helps you see your data in the most meaningful way for your task. Finally, I want to highlight that all these controls are designed to make your experience more intuitive and efficient. They integrate seamlessly into the list view, giving you powerful tools right at your fingertips, so you can focus on what matters most, your data and your work. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key functionalities when working with lists. First, you can sort records by columns, which makes it easier to organize and find specific data quickly. Applying and saving filters is another powerful feature. It allows you to narrow down your view to just the relevant records and even save those filters for future use. Grouping records by a particular field helps in analyzing data by categories, providing a clearer overview. Exporting data, whether in Excel or CSV format, is essential for sharing or further analysis outside the platform. Lastly, inline editing of fields means you can make quick updates directly within the list without having to open each record individually. All these features are designed to make managing and analyzing your data more efficient and intuitive, fitting seamlessly into the broader goal of streamlining your workflow. Let's take a closer look at what Form View is all about. Essentially, it displays the details of a single record. This is the view you use when you're creating a new record or updating an existing one. It contains multiple fields that are organized into different sections, making it easier to find and edit information. For example, in an incident form, you might have sections for details about the incident, the people involved, and the actions taken. Overall, Form View is a fundamental part of how we interact with data in the system, providing a clear and organized way to view and modify individual records. Now let's take a closer look at the components of a form. When you open a form, you'll see a header section that contains record information, such as the record's title or ID. Just below that, you'll find fields and labels where data is entered or displayed. These are the core parts of the form where you interact with the data. Sections are used to organize related fields, making it easier to find and understand different parts of the record. Linked records or related lists show connections to other records, providing context and a complete picture without cluttering the main form. Additionally, there's the activity stream, which tracks the history of changes, notes, or updates related to the record. This helps in maintaining transparency and understanding the record's lifecycle. Understanding these components is essential because they work together to make the form a powerful tool for managing and viewing data efficiently. They help us stay organized, connected, and informed as we work through our records. Now let's take a closer look at the top area of the form. This section is essential because it helps us identify and manage each record efficiently. You'll see the record number and the title right at the top, giving us a quick reference. The status or state field indicates whether the record is new, in progress, or completed, helping us keep track of its life cycle. Moving on, the Save and Update buttons are our primary tools for making changes. Clicking Save will store new information, while Update modifies existing data. The UI action buttons are there to perform specific tasks quickly, streamlining our workflow. Below that, you'll notice the form menu options, which provide additional functionalities like exporting, printing, or other operations relevant to the form. Now, let's also look at the form header features. These are designed to give us context and control over the data entry process. Together, these elements form the backbone of an effective, user-friendly interface that supports our overall goal of efficient data management. Now, let's explore some of the key functionalities you can perform with forms. First, you can add and edit field values, which allows you to keep your records accurate and up-to-date. Next, attaching files to records is straightforward, making it easy to include relevant documents or images directly within a form. You can also use UI actions, like buttons, to trigger specific processes or workflows right from the form interface. Viewing activity and history logs is another important feature, helping you track changes and understand the history of a record over time. Lastly, submitting and updating records ensures that your data is current and reflects the latest information. These functionalities work together to make working with forms intuitive, efficient, and aligned with your overall data management goals. Now, let's take a look at the comparison between list and form. The list is used to display multiple records at once, which makes it easier to browse through a set of data. Think of it as an overview or a directory. On the other hand, the form shows a single record in detail, so you can see all the information about one specific item. This makes it perfect for editing or reviewing details. The list is primarily used for navigation. You select an item from the list to view or edit it. The form, however, is where you actually make changes or see more in-depth information about that specific record. It's important to remember that both of these views work together in a workflow. You start with the list to find what you need, then switch to the form to work on that specific record. This combination makes the whole process more efficient and intuitive. It's all about creating a seamless experience for managing data effectively. Now, as we wrap up, let's quickly revisit some key UI components that are essential for effective ServiceNow usage. Lists are great for managing multiple records efficiently, allowing users to view and organize data at a glance. Forms, on the other hand, handle detailed data entry and editing, giving users a focused space to input or modify information. Both of these components are fundamental to creating a smooth and productive user experience. They help improve overall productivity and efficiency by making data management straightforward and accessible. Ultimately, mastering these core UI components is vital for anyone looking to get the most out of ServiceNow and streamline their workflows.